So basically, this video is going to be on gratitude, and I'm most likely going to make more videos about this because this is something I really want to flesh out, but at this moment I kind of just want to get the ideas out. So it's about gratitude and being thankful for the possibilities. Sometimes, a lot of times, I have trouble with gratitude. I hate when people say, oh, you should be thankful for this because things can always be worse. Ever since I was little, I would always be like, okay, yeah, and things can also be better. So what is your point, right? I never liked when people were like, oh, well, at least you have this because some people don't have this. Like, what does them not having something have to do with me? Like, I don't understand why that has to be a determining factor, because by the same token, you know, you could look at people who have a whole lot more than what you have. So does that give you a right to be upset? It's like, that didn't make sense to me. I've always hated that. I hate it when people try to explain like gratitude in a way where we're basically comparing ourselves to other people, because on the same token, these are the same people that be like, you know, be yourself, don't compare yourself to other people, and then y'all do it all the time. It wasn't up until recently that I really started trying to dive deep into what that feeling was, and why I seem to be so opposed to it, like, all the time. So I would usually like try to listen to affirmations and things like that while I'm going about my day. And just recently I came across a video. I'm going to link it below. I came across a video and it was like, oh, I'm thankful for today. I'm thankful. You know how they do. I'm thankful for the moon, the stars, the trees, the sunshine, you know, stuff like that. It's like that you're supposed to be thankful for, yeah. But like when you really think about it, it's like, okay, like, you know, I can't help it. Like, I'm just like, okay, like, yeah, I would be sad if there was no moon, stars, trees, you know what I'm saying? But like, let's think practically. So these are some of the affirmations. I am thankful for the amazing potential the future holds for me. I am thankful for the things that excite me. I am grateful for the endless opportunities presenting themselves to me. I am grateful that I can always change my life for the better. I am grateful for all that I am becoming. Now, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are 5 affirmations. And that video is like 20 minutes and it's kind of looped. So I would say it's probably about 20 or 30 affirmations total in that whole video. And then they loop it over and over. But what was that, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I just counted it and I forgot already. So that's 5 affirmations right there. Those 5 affirmations were the most important affirmations that I heard in that video. These affirmations sparked the feeling of gratitude for the possibility, right? I say this in a lot of my videos. I'm that person that believes that anything is possible. Like, I've seen too much, I know too much, I've learned too much, I've experienced too much to not believe that something is possible, right? Now, whether I believe it's going to be easy, simple, quick, and all this other stuff, that's rather neither here or there. I believe it's possible. So if mountains have to move, it might take a year, 5 years, or like, you know, God and him or herself have to come down and do it. It is what it is, but it's possible, right? So when you think about the possibilities of anything that you ever wanted to happening, it's like you get excited. You start thinking about all the ways that things can go right. Usually, that's usually what my mind is triggered into doing. Like, some people might go the opposite way. I don't know. I don't have anything for you guys yet. Hopefully that's not you watching this. But when you think about the possibilities of everything going right, like, it's possible that in a year your life can be completely changed for the better, right? In a month, in a week, heck, tomorrow, like, you could get a call as soon as you finish watching this video. You get a call that will set things in motion that will change your life for the better. And I intend that that happens to you. I would love for that to happen to you. But yeah, so like thinking about that is like, yo, things can really be great. Even if the situation that you're in right now is not to your liking, the possibility of things to come can excite you, because everything is simply a possibility. Everything that you're experiencing right now is a possibility that you focused your attention on and then brought it into realization. So the fact is that you could have been anywhere in the world. Like something that you set into motion a year ago could have put you halfway across the world traveling or doing this or doing that, or basically living your life dreams had you focused on that particular possibility a year ago, a month ago, a week ago, a day ago, an hour ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all possibilities everywhere. Just like there's infinite amounts of thoughts and ideas that can come to you that can change your life, it's all attached to infinite amounts of possibilities. And that right there excites me. So that's something that I genuinely can feel thankful for. And I'm so grateful for, wow, I'm so grateful for that video, and that I had the mind to click on that video, because that really opened something up for me. Like I feel like I will always have something to go back on to feel genuine gratitude. And the great thing about feeling grateful for the possibilities and for the opportunities that are possibly out there for you is that it hits different notches for successfully manifesting and assuming. So one, gratitude, because that's a key component of like alignment and all that other whatever. Like just feeling gratitude, it's the, I don't know, it just feels good to appreciate something and to be thankful for it just because it exists, not because you feel like you have to, oh, well, I have to feel thankful for this or else it's going to get taken away. That's never made me feel better. Like, I hate when people say that, like, oh, you should be thankful for it because just as quickly as you got it, it can be taken away. Why would that make me rush to feel good? Like, I want to appreciate things because I appreciate them. Like, I'm the type of person that will randomly be sitting on the toilet like, oh, thank you, Lord, for a toilet that works. I've never lived without a toilet, but I appreciate it. Like, when I think about gratitude, that's the type of feeling I want to have for anything that I'm supposed to appreciate. I hope y'all gonna understand what I'm saying, because I always be thinking that maybe y'all not gonna understand, but y'all be understanding. I don't want to have to be scared into appreciating something, because that's not genuine appreciation for me. That's me doing something because I feel like, oh, I'm gonna lose it, and like that, you add an unnecessary anxiety onto something. Like, I want to love it because I love it. So I'm trying to figure out a way to explain gratitude so that when you feel that feeling, it's like pure, it's genuine, like, and you don't have to worry about not doing it correctly, because you literally feel like you can tell when something is naturally occurring in your body, in your spirit, in your soul, versus when you're trying to force it to happen because you're like, well, you're thinking, if I don't do this, then this won't happen for me. We all know how that ends up. So, you know, like, let's just get to the root of it. So, okay, back to what I was saying with the possibilities. I genuinely get excited, and I'm grateful for the fact that it's even possible for me to go from where I am right now to the place that I would want to be in my life. Okay, anyway, yeah, so it hits the note of pure, genuine gratitude, right? It also hits the note of good old relief. Like, relief is that girl of manifesting. Like, if you haven't realized that now, relief be sliding up in there for every feeling. Like, every feeling talked about in manifesting in the law of assumption and conscious creation and all that other stuff. Like, relief is it, because we know, like, We know what it feels like to not have something or to have a burden, and then relief come through and it's just like, okay. So in the context of being grateful for the possibilities, it's like, okay, so I know that it's possible, so I don't have to worry about me never achieving this. It's a real possibility. So you can just kind of release the anxiety of something never happening because you're certain that it's a possibility. Anything that you want, anything that you want to experience, anything that you want to have, anything that you basically just want to call into your current experience is a possibility. So there's a sense of relief there. It's like, okay, well, since I know that it's possible, all I have to do is focus. Versus, oh, how am I going to bring this about? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How do I make the things move? Blah, 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 blah. When you know something is a possibility, like even when you're like in a practical sense, when you realize something is a possibility for you to get, like, let's say you want to get a job, and I'm talking about in a practical, non-manifesting way. Let's say you're trying to get a promotion at your job and you're like, dang, I wish I had this. Like I would love to, have this next promotion and whatever. You overhear your boss talking about you. You overhear your boss mentioning you to, supervisors or whatever about a promotion. It's like, ding, now it's like, oh shoot, this is really possible. So now all I have to do is focus on, keeping my stuff together and, making sure that I'm top notch, because this is an actual real possibility for me to get this promotion. There's kind of like an excitement there, like, oh wait, this is possible. Like it can happen. It can happen. So that's a feeling of relief where you're like, oh shoot, I don't know, I just keep saying the same thing over and over because that's basically what it is. It can happen. So I can it's possible because they were talking about me anyway. And in the manifesting sense, it's like, oh, it's possible because I see it, because I see it for myself, because I desired it. Oh, it is possible. And the more that you start doing stuff, the more you start moving towards that possibility, the more you focus in, and other possibilities start to collapse because you're focusing in on this one thing. So that's it. So there's genuine gratitude, 1, relief, another one. Relief is that girl. And 3, feeling the wish fulfilled. So my camera died mid-video. Okay, so being thankful for the possibility checks off about 4 nodes, well, notches. It checks off about 4 notches. The first one, genuine gratitude. Like, because the possibilities in your life are personal to you, you get to create them, or you get to, well, the possibilities are endless. It can go so many different ways. Possibilities that you would like to explore and possibilities that you wouldn't like to explore. So for the purpose of this video, let's just talk about the ones that we would like to explore. There's going to be some that you can think of and some that you can't even think of. So now you can think about the ones that you can think of. And what I like to do when I think about the things that I can and cannot think of, I try to think of a bunch of possibilities. Because if I can think of extravagant and amazing and great possibilities, I know that there are some that I could never even imagine. And that gets me so excited. That gets me even more excited than thinking about the ones that I can imagine. So, people say, oh, you can dream big, but you never know what the universe has for you, and the universe can have something even bigger than what you've dreamed. So why not dream the biggest that you possibly can and get excited about that? Because if you're already super excited about that and the universe can have something bigger, and more intricate in a way that you can't even think about it, that should get you even more excited. I often talk about meeting my celebrity crush, like the situation that happened with him, and it was just like, I could not have even thought that situation up. Like I would have never even gone that way. And if you want me to do a video on that, I can do a video on that too, because I definitely use that situation as kind of like a marker, and I always go back to that whenever I feel like, you know, I'm having trouble consciously creating things, because I did that with the bare minimum mental effort, in my opinion. I didn't really like plan, I didn't script, and because it just came, it happened in a way that I would have never thought about. But yeah, so you check that off with gratitude. You're excited about it simply because you're thinking about the possibilities. And when you're thinking about those possibilities, you can have that sense of relief. So that's the second notch, where you feel like, okay, well, I know it's going to be taken care of because there's so many different possibilities of it being taken care of. I'm bound to hit at least one, you know? So you're just like, okay, whew, that level of anxiety that you tend to carry on with you when you're thinking about manifesting and stuff, it gets released, because you're like, there's so many different possibilities that this could work out, you know, the odds are in my favor. The third one is living in the wish fulfilled, because you feel that relief and because you see so many different positive possibilities for whatever thing that you're trying to you know, bring about, or just like your life in general. You can rest in knowing that it's going to work out. That's the basis of living in the wish fulfilled. Feeling the feeling of having the thing that you want, or having already experienced the thing that you want. And that's what comes with thinking about the possibilities, because you're just like, I'm bound to hit one of these. One of these that I'm not even thinking about. I'm bound to hit one, because there's unlimited potential there. I'm excited for the potential of what's to come. And because I know it's going to be great, whichever way it takes, like whichever turn it takes, I can just sit back and chill and experience my now moment and be present in what's going on right now. The fourth thing is, which is probably my favorite, because we don't like to talk about this in the manifesting community or the conscious creation community, but you're still a human, and you're still going to have human doubts and still going to have human fears. The great thing about being thankful for the potential or the possibility is that you kind of appease your human / ego mind. You're not sitting here saying, oh, this is definitely going to happen. There are going to be some things where you feel that strongly about it, but most likely you're going to have those thoughts, and you're going to have to be, oh, but what if it doesn't work out? What if it doesn't work out? It's more like a numbers game. You can really calm your ego mind out with that. And you're like, yo, there's literally infinite possibilities that this can go the way that I want it to go. The odds are in my favor. So let's relax and see which one happens. You're still putting that, you're not trying to make it super certain. You're still appeasing your human and ego mind with that level of uncertainty. But it's like certainty within uncertainty, because you're saying, I don't know how it's going to happen, but the odds are that it'll work out, because there's so many different possible ways for me to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you at the casino, and they have like the, I don't know what that thing is, the spinning thing, and you gotta like pick a color, if it's red or black or whatever, and then you put the ball in and then it goes around. I don't know what that's called. But you do that, you basically got like a 50% chance that it's gonna land on the color that you're saying. That's basically what you're doing here, but it's like you have a 50% chance, I would believe, you have a 50% chance, but instead of the red and black, ooh, that just came to me. Instead of the red and black, I love when I get visualizations mid-recording, because that is just so cool. Instead of it being red, black, red, black, red, black, I don't know how many things. Let's assume it's like let's assume it's like 40 squares total, and each one is red, black, red, black, red, black. Assuming that, oh my gosh, that just, I love myself so much. Assuming that it's 40, okay, so it's 40 little things, and it's red, black, around in a circle, and it's spinning. Instead of it being red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black, it's black. And that's the negative possibilities. And on the other side is red. All you have to do is focus your attention on the red side. Or if you want to say that the black is positive, you know, all you have to do is focus on the black side. So even though there's the possibilities of everything taking place, that is such a good example. Thank you. Even though there's a possibility of you landing on either side, I like to believe that the possibilities of your life are separated. There's a spectrum. You got the good possibilities over here, you got the negative possibilities over here. All you have to do is keep your focus on this side. And as long as you keep your focus on the positive possibilities and be like, yes, I'm so grateful that these possibilities exist. You don't even have to acknowledge those. You don't even have to acknowledge the ones that are not working out in your favor. Yeah, they exist. Everything is you know, it's balance. It's how the universe works. But you don't even have to acknowledge those. Just keep acknowledging the positive possibilities and being thankful for that. The fact that it could go any way for you. You focus on that. That's basically like you sitting there at the table and you waiting for the ball. And you're like, you know what? Drop the ball right now. And then it goes on red. And you're not surprised because you focus on the red part. Y'all gonna understand what I'm saying. I was about to say, I hope y'all understand what I'm saying, but y'all gonna understand what I'm saying. And you can think of it like that. So you're appeasing your mind, your ego mind, your human mind, with the fact that you have, like, the odds are literally in your favor. And that's something, and I'm not telling you anything that I'm not using myself. Like, I would hope y'all understand that this is the stuff that I'll be thinking about myself. And then I'm like, you know, let me make a video for it because I believe that it'll help somebody. Like I said, I have situations where I was like, I don't want to feel grateful for stuff that I don't want. I don't want to feel grateful for things that don't feel good to me. For me, I used to try to figure out what is the definition of gratitude. And I haven't really been able to find one because they'll say something like, oh, being thankful for blah, 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 or finding appreciation for blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, so then you look up the definition of appreciation. Oh, having gratitude for blah, 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 blah. Feeling thankful for blah, 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 blah. And you're like, okay, well, what's the definition for thankfulness? Oh, being appreciative of the, like, that's something that my father used to always instill in me when I was like, do like vocabulary words and stuff. Like, don't use a word in a definition of a word. 'Cause that doesn't make sense. And that's what I really feel like people don't understand what gratitude is, or what appreciation is, or what thankfulness is. I feel like appreciation is just noticing how good something is, or noticing its benefits. For me, gratitude kind of sort of feels like it's a call to action of sorts. So it's like appreciation plus an action in repayment of that. So it's different. To me, it seems different. So I like feeling appreciation for things, like, because I'm like, yo, oh, this flower is beautiful. Do I feel like I have to pick it and, you know, take it with me? Not necessarily, but I can acknowledge that it's good and it's beneficial because I'm able to look at the beauty of it and feel something from it. I feel like gratitude is that feeling, but me, I don't know, like watering it or something like that, or maybe taking it and putting it and giving it to somebody or something. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel. I don't have a specific definition for thankfulness yet, because those thought about that for like a year now, trying to figure out the small difference, like the actual definition of gratitude and appreciation and the differences between the two. That's something I've thought about a long time, and trying to notice how that fits into my life and how I feel when I feel each feeling. But yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna link the video below if you want to check it out. Check it out. I think it's called a morning affirmation video, morning meditation video, but I listen to it whenever I feel like it. But yeah, I think if you're having trouble feeling grateful for stuff, because like when life sucks, like that joint sucks, and we tend to catastrophize. I think that's how you pronounce it. Like, I saw a TikTok about this too. When one thing in your life is jacked up, or you feel like it's not what it could be, we tend to generalize our entire life that way and be like, yo, life is jacked up. Like, you know, we overthink it, we overdo it with blowing stuff out of proportion. But it's kind of hard because it's like that becomes the main focus, and because you can't necessarily figure out how to move out of that state, which I'm going to do a video on states too, and a hack. Well, it's not really a hack, but it's just something that I thought of. But when you're trying to move out of that state, it's hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It's hard. Well, it can be hard. Sometimes it's harder for me to do it than other days. But yeah, it can be hard for you to move out of that. So people will be like, oh, be grateful for this, blah, blah, blah. Be grateful for that. I don't know, like maybe for y'all it's different, but for me, that don't make me feel no better. Like that, oh, you're sad because your apartment got flooded and you had to move out and you had to move in with your parents. Be grateful that you have parents. Yeah, I appreciate my parents. What is that? How does that get me another apartment? Like, how does that get me back into my own living situation? Okay, like, I don't know. And people probably gonna look at me like, yo, you're bugging. But that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I'm just trying to figure it out. And I don't apologize for feeling like that. That's just how I feel. I would never want anything to happen to my parents, anybody in my family, anybody that I know and love. I don't want anything to happen to you watching this. But regardless of whether you're here or not, whether you're watching this or not, how does that move me from one state of experience to another? It doesn't. So yeah, thank you so much. I will see you next time. Stay tuned. I have another vlog coming, and yeah. more videos. I'm trying to just get the information out without feeling like it has to be perfect, because as you can see, it's like my living room kitchen area, it's not together, but this information is important, so I wanted to get it out before I got all in my head about how everything looks, because I do that a lot. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. And when I say that, I mean it, I promise. But thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.